Okay, so I have this new theory that I'm very excited about. I have been thinking and working about on the whole area of weight control and weight loss for literally decades now. And I have a degree in dietetics and nutrition. And I can show that having the knowledge is not enough. We need to have a way to apply the knowledge in a way that makes a difference. And I have literally been struggling with that for 2 decades of my life. And I'm really excited about the new concept that I've just recently come to understand, and it has to do with some personality likenesses. We are all built with different personalities. We have different personality bents, and the way that our brains are wired together are different. But generally speaking, you can really look at sort of a thin eater and someone who struggles with overeating, like myself. And the thin eater, if you think of someone who's a thin eater, they have some very distinct personality traits that are similar. They are high energy. They are very generally task-oriented people. They're doers. They're always going and doing, and often tend not to be relational as much as the overeater, but more task-oriented and usually very meticulous. But then there's the other personality that is more relational, more emotional, more in tune with emotions, but tend to be more of the procrastinator personality, wants to talk or think about things, and unfortunately it just gives us time to overeat. So I have linked procrastination to overeating. And I think that as we go through these weeks, we'll be able to see that there really is a secret to be unlocked as far as getting rid of procrastination and borrowing some of the personality traits from our thin eater friends. So what I'm going to do right now is unheard of, because overeaters tend to be on the side of compulsive perfectionists as well. And my friends and family would generally say that I am a perfectionist. When they see my house, it's in perfect order. I'm going to do something I never ever thought I would do. I'm going to show you how imperfect and out of order my house is right now. It's the perfect time because it's graduation and there's all kinds of excuses. We're having some medical, my husband's back, some things, and we've been gone. Our house has been literally unattended to, and you'll see that as we go through. But what I hope to achieve in this time is instead, I'm going to follow about 30 days, and I'm going to work on building some disciplines and habits that the thin eater has, basically being task-oriented and doer, which in turn does not give you time to go to the kitchen and eat. If you have a plan where you're moving from one task to another, that is my theory that I want to test out over the next 30 days. It's the perfect time because my house is in a disarray and there is something to do anywhere I look. So I'm going to spend the next 30 days just doing instead of eating, and trying to change that behavior in my own life and see what happens. So let me take you on a tour and show you how the procrastinator can become overwhelmed, and then it leads to depression, and then it leads to just no motivation because it's just too hard to know where to start. So we're in the living room, which I try to keep neat in case we have unexpected visitors. But let's go ahead and, Ashley, if you can follow me into the dining room. And this is where you can see my procrastination. Do you have it on a full? Mm-hmm. Haven't quite gotten the curtain rods up. Lots of graduation parties and graduation cards to write. big mess here. We come on in here, and being gone and eating on the fly, no time to really organize the food or the menu plan, and the dishes get done whenever they can, but lately that hasn't been very much. Come on in here. This is my pile of laundry that went through the dryer with an ink pen. I need to go through with hairspray and spray all of the ink and get the ink out of the clothes. I think it's been sitting there about a month and a half. Simply procrastination, not a fun job. And so I procrastinate. In here, lots of hand washing items that just take too long. Don't really have time to hand wash. And of course my cabinet needs to be organized because there isn't enough room. That's not a fun job. Let's go on over here. I think this has been here for about a month because the playroom's so unorganized that this is the better place for it. So this is actually looking a lot better because I've had time to work on my papers, but paperwork always gets procrastinated. Over here, books and things to put away, I don't even know what's there. This little wad of newspapers is because I am supposed to be checking our ads that we run, and not a fun job, procrastination, but it grows bigger and bigger, which overwhelms me and paralyzes me, and so I just go to the kitchen and eat something instead. Let's go on down here. This is another thing that needs to be organized. We'll come on down the hall. Here's our den. You can see the closets are all, or the cabinets are all packed full of things that really need to be sorted through and organized. Lots of stress over there on the desk with schoolwork and things that need to be cleaned up. Here's a pile of papers and CDs. And of course in here, you can maybe scan the whole room, Ash. You can see that there are so many things that need to be organized and sorted through, but again, it's easier to go eat something than to deal with all of these messes. Let's go over here. Bed needs to be changed. I think this has been sitting here about a week because the comforter on top got stained and I need to wash it, but haven't had time. Lots of boxes and papers that need to be sorted to scan the whole room. Overwhelmed. This room, ironing needs to be done. Sorry. You can go look inside the closet and see that it's one of those closet doors that you, just would the light help, that you put stuff in and close the door quickly because it's so scary in there. Okay, let's turn it off and then we'll go upstairs and I'll show you upstairs.